bonus episode of Rhonda on the Rocks. I wasn't expecting to do an episode alone today, but I had a guest that was a no call, no show. So we're just gonna rock it out for a little bit. Give me a second. I'm gonna check to make sure that I am live on the Facebook like I'm supposed to be. And it looks like I am. Okay. Let me make sure everybody can see me. Let me make sure that it's public. Is it public? Okay, it's public. We're cooking with gas. So, hi everyone. I'm just popping on here. Like I said, I was supposed to do a show tonight with a guest. And this is the second time that this guest and I were supposed to do a show together. Hey, Julia, girl, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. That means a whole lot to me, more than you know. Because in this space that I'm in right now, I'm feeling incredibly defeated. And I'll tell you why. I guess this episode is going to be about transparency. Um, I had a guest that I was really excited to do an episode with. Reached out, did all of the things on my part, didn't hear anything back, logged on at the appropriate time today, and nothing. And this is the third time that this has happened. Not with the same person, but this is the third time that this has happened where I have scheduled a podcast with some pretty big content creators, if you will, and they just have forsaken me for some reason. And so I think that I'm learning in this season that maybe it is really okay for me to do things by myself. Like it gives me a little bit of anxiety to be on this podcast and just talk to whoever logs on. Unlike my friend D, like he has a schedule. He's live every Monday. We know what to expect. He knows that people know that he's live on Mondays, so people kind of prepare themselves to come on Mondays. I, on the other hand, do pre-recorded shows. I do live shows sometimes. So, you just never know when I'm going to pop on. Thank you, Julia. I appreciate that. Julia says you got this. And I do. I do got this. But you know what? Like, I'm just going to push forward. I got everything that I need. Everything that I need is in the house, meaning I got everything that I need is within me, and I don't have to depend on guests and other people to make Rhonda on the Rocks work. And I just had that epiphany in this moment. I actually texted my friend Erica and was like, my guest flaked on me again. This is the second time that has happened with this person. And I'm like annoyed. I said, but everything that I need is in the house, right? And she was like, yes, everything that you need is in the house. So we about to rock out for a little bit. Not too long, but we about to rock out. Hey, D. So I want to just do a couple of things. First, let's do the weekend rundown. Last weekend was very uneventful. I'm still healing from vertical gastric sleeve surgery. So I really didn't do much. I just kind of sat out like I've been doing for the last 3 weeks. This weekend, however, I am determined to kind of like get back out into the world and get back to being as normal as possible. I know that I cannot overdo it because I absolutely am still healing. However, I do want to kind of get back to myself. When you go through something as transformational as this, you kind of lose yourself in a sense of you can't really do things for yourself for a while. People just kind of not showing up, so on and so forth. And it can be kind of defeating a little bit, and it just kind of like changes the way that you feel. No, you don't need to cuss him out, D. We good for now. I'm gonna call you when this episode is over. I'm gonna call you. But you just kind of like feel like you kind of have lost yourself. So this weekend I am going to see a friend. She's a recording artist and she's doing a live show actually tonight. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna get dressed and kind of dress up. I don't know what fits in my closet, but I'm gonna try some stuff on and go see her tomorrow. It's supposed to be nice out. I don't know. I might take a drive to the outlet mall that's about an hour away and just spend money that I don't have just to do it. I haven't done any long drives since I've been able to drive again, so I kind of want to try that out, see how I do. And then Sunday is a friend's baby shower, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm learning that a bitch sometimes got to do the shit by herself. That's what I'm learning. Like, I'm not calling no friends to hang out this week. I'm not doing none of that. A bitch about to do it by herself and on her own. And I'm feeling that. I'm really feeling that. Like, I'm starting to feel more empowered with just being me. And this is not something that I did on my own. I mean, gratefully, I have an amazing support system, but the way that people have poured into me lately has really made me feel like, bitch, you got it. You got it. And so do it. So that is the weekend rundown. The next segment, and I'm flying through all of this because I'm trying to go somewhere. Not physically go somewhere. I mean, yes, but also like go somewhere with this conversation. So the next segment is love bites. So I have kind of been on this journey as it relates to love and relationships, where I just really don't want to fucking be bothered. Like, I just genuinely do not want to be bothered. And I feel kind of like a prude or like a nun or something in saying that. And it's not that, because I still desire love in a relationship, but I just don't want to be bothered with nobody who ain't coming for real. Like, if you're not coming hard, if you're not really trying to show up, I don't really want to be bothered. I don't feel like the small talk. I don't want to know what your favorite color is. I don't want to know what you like to eat. I don't know why I'm in that place, but I'm in that place. And I think because the last, I guess you can call it, relationship that I was in, y'all, I went in head first. Like, a bitch just dove in. And I tried to like play it safe in the beginning, but like, he had everything that I thought that I desired in a man. And so I just let myself go. I was just out here. And after that, like after the switch up with this person telling me like, I just really, I need to work on myself. Like, nigga, you knew you needed to work on yourself before you start fucking with me. So that really annoyed me. However, I think because of that, I'm just in a place now, like, the last thing that I want to do is be bothered. That is the absolute last goddamn thing that I want to do is be bothered. Hey, I don't want to be bothered. Like, I'm over niggas and they bullshit. Prime example. I have this friend, this guy, that I, talk to, whatever you want to call it. It's what it is. And if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. It's like the man that I go see about a dog. Okay. So we were having a conversation today, and I was saying I had to go get some repairs done on my car. And I was like, man, this was like $300 and something. And so I said to him, like, man, I need a sugar daddy. And just in jest, right? Like, I'm joking. Although, if anybody would like to be my sugar daddy, please let me know. Just add me on Facebook, Instagram, Rhonda on the Rocks. Like, please, because it's hard out here. So anyway, I jokingly say, yeah, I need a sugar daddy. And they were like, oh, like, kind of like turn their nose up at it. At least that's the way that I received it via text. And so I was like, why are you shocked? Like, why are you turning your nose up at it? And they went into this long drawn out thing about how men are always expected to be the provider, and sometimes they're not even seen as human because they just have to provide and blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you putting this on me? Because if anybody knows me, they know if you're my friend, my family, my nigga, sometimes my foe, my love language is giving. That is who I am at my core. I don't care who you are. If I know you like Twinkies, bitch, you best believe, I don't care if I have to send it via Amazon. I'm going to send you a box of Twinkies because that's who I am as a person. So I'm listening, and, you know, people are allowed to express their frustrations, but I kind of felt like it was directed towards me. And we've had conversations about money in the past, and it's always been like, a man with no money don't get no love. If you ain't got money, this, that, and the third. Well, if you don't have money, then how are you surviving out here? Like, I'm trying to figure out why you're surprised that having money is a concept or a desire of somebody that you're dating. Well, when you date, that just becomes another bill. Says who? Says who? I know plenty of people right now who work together in a partnership, and it's not always about money. People put their resources together and make shit happen. But that's when you really want to be with a person, right? When you really want a partnership and you really want to work together. Now, are there women out here who are gold diggers? Absolutely. I'm a former gold digger, okay? A reformed gold digger, me. But I realized that the quality of men that I got being a gold digger was just niggas with money. They had no other substance. There was nothing else good about them, right? Except their bank accounts. And most niggas with money are stingy. At least in my experience. Most niggas with money, if you got money, I shouldn't have to ask you. I just don't feel like I should have to ask. I feel like you should volunteer because you already got it. If I tell you, man, my sales are low for Rhonda on the Rocks merch, and you don't go buy 2 t-shirts and a crew neck, you stingy. You're stingy to me. So anyway, we go back and forth. And so I say to him, I said, well, growing up, my dad paid all the bills. My mom didn't pay any bills. And I'm not shitting on my mom or shading my mom because clock your tea, Cynthia. Good for you. Like, we all want that. My dad took care of everything. Car notes, car insurance, bills in the house, everything. I said, but I understand that in this day and time, that's not a thing anymore. And if it is a thing, some people, it comes with a whole lot more baggage. Sometimes it comes with control. Sometimes it comes with all of these other things, and it's not genuine. It's selective outrage. How long have men been objectified? Have men objectified women? People love to protest shit when it directly impacts them. Absolutely. These niggas really do be overthinking. Like it was so much that I was just like, whoa there. And so my rebuttal to him was like, I desire to spoil the fuck out of my nigga. Let me be very clear when I say this. I cannot wait to feel safe enough in a relationship where I can spoil the fuck out of my man. Via gifts, coochie, whatever it is. I cannot wait. But the key part is feeling safe enough, feeling supported enough, feeling loved enough to want to be in that space. And most niggas don't make it comfortable enough for you to be there. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of men who do. And if you're in this room right now, if you're the man in the room, raise your hand. If you're the nigga in the room that loves to make women feel safe, raise your hand. Come to the front of the room. But there's all of this like toxic masculinity and, oh, woe is me because I'm a man and I'm expected to provide. Like, yeah, you're expected to take care of shit. Just like I'm expected to take care of shit. And what you can't take care of, then I'm going to take care of it. What I can't take care of, you're going to take care of. I thought that's what it was since Adam and Eve. Like, that's what I thought. So I said, well, there are women who earn well. I earn well. Glory to God. And nobody helps me. I take that back. That is a lie. When I put anything on my Amazon wish list, y'all help me. Y'all bless me down real good. So let me ask for forgiveness in this moment because that was not true. Anytime that I have asked for help, I have received help. I will say that from friends and family. In relationships, men that I've dated, if I earn more than them, which in a lot of cases I have, it was always, you got it. You got it. Like, why you need that from me? You got it. And it's like, damn, like you can't just take the load off. Like, it's heavy paying all of the bills, taking care of everything. When I look around this podcast room and I look around my house, everything in this bitch I bought. So I don't understand men who just can't, that their ego won't let them say, let me just take a little load off of you. I know you got it. I know you're a strong, independent woman, but let me take a little load off of you. And so I said that in this conversation. I said, like, sometimes women just want a man to show up. We just want you to take the load off. Yes, I got it. I know. I've been had it. I have to have it. I have no other choice because I got a dog to take care of. And I got to feed him. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody that's coming in. I see y'all. Hey. So, you know, I've been taking care of this. But I just desire a man that says, seeing your joy is my joy. You being in pain makes me want to do something about it. And I feel like women naturally do that because we're nurturers, but I wonder why. And I guess that's a question that I'm posing. I wonder why it's not the same mindset and sentiment for men. I feel like there's always this competition. Well, if you always expect me to do this, and what are you going to do? I saw a meme the other day that said a woman can ask a man for flowers and he'll say, well, when are you going to get me some flowers? Like, when did our generation get here? When did we get here as a people? When did we get here as a people? D, you're ridiculous. You got money problems. I got coochie problems. Period. She just doesn't work. The fountain has ran dry, just like your bank, your wallet. Everything's dry. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I genuinely don't get it. And so after me saying all of that, it was like the conversation. This person says, I got it. Can we talk about something else? Blew me. Like, now you want to talk about something else, but when you were sharing about how the load is heavy, and I'm like, I know, babe, I can understand that. Like, you not being seen as human, you only being seen as someone to like take care of things and blah blah blah. Like, I can see that. I'm listening, I'm engaging, I'm affirming. But when it was my turn, they didn't want to talk about it. So, said all that to say, that is why I just don't want to be bothered. That is why I just genuinely don't want to be bothered, because I refuse to exist in a place anymore where I'm just silent, where I just don't say anything and I just let shit ride. And I'm just not in that place anymore. I'm just not. I don't know if it's because they took my stomach out and that's where all that bullshit lived. I don't know, but it just ain't on me or in me no more. It's just not. All right, moving right along, we're going to move into the next segment, which is called Bald-Headed Ho Shit. And this is my favorite segment only because I love to get down to the nitty gritty. I blame Kevin Samuels and red pill dusty niggas. Yes, same. Like, I want to know all of these active fathers that we have in the world. What are you teaching your sons? What are you teaching your daughters? What are you teaching your children about love and relationship and actual partnership? Like, I desire a partner, someone to work with me. And I just feel like we've gotten away from that as a people. I just feel like we've gotten away from that. Okay. So, bald-headed ho shit. Back in May of this year, and I'm just going to put this out here because I feel like it's the right thing to do. People can say what they want to say. I'm sure there will be people who will view this who will be like clutching their pearls. Rhonda, I can't believe you said this. But if I don't do this, I'm not Rhonda on the Rocks. I'm not. And so here we go. Back in May of 2025, I recorded a music video for Rhonda on the Rocks. And I have a theme song and all of these things. The plan was for this theme song and this music video to be set to start season 3, right? I wanted to do something different. I was very excited about like, I'm coming in hot season 3. I got a music video. I did a photo shoot. I had $130 worth of makeup on. I was ready in it. So the person that recorded the music video was referred to me by some really good friends and people that I trust. So this is not about them. This is about the person who was supposed to do the task, who overpromised and underdelivered. Okay, that's going to be the name of this episode. Overpromise and underdeliver. So, May 25th, we are scheduled to record the podcast. Now, let me go back. When we were thinking of the concept and all of this, it was supposed to be like my good friend Jamaica, who recorded the song for me. We were supposed to like have a launch party. That was supposed to be like the theme of the music video. But before the party was supposed to be like me getting ready. I was like walking my dog, getting my makeup done, getting my hair done, all for this big like party and like celebration of Rhonda on the Rocks season 3. Really dope concept. Like we were ready. Okay. So talk to the person. Let me see. We're gonna call them. We're just gonna call them person because if I say anything else, it's gonna be a dead giveaway. So person was like all on board. We had all of these meetings and all of this stuff beforehand. Now, mind you, I don't know anything other than about podcasting. Like I don't know a lot about production and all of that stuff, how it works, how people do music videos. So I'm really trusting person to be the expert. Okay. Person says, I got it. We did something called a treatment. And a treatment is when you literally like write out the whole story as if you're like writing out a play. So who's doing what? Where's it going to be? All of this stuff. So prior to May, I was going to do it at like a local hookah lounge. They wanted to charge me some money, which was fine. I was going to pay it. I was going to use my sister Sam's shop because she does hair. At the last minute, the Holy Ghost was like, don't do none of that. Just do it at your house. You got enough space. It could be a house party. Fine. So I got my makeup done, got my hair done. I was going to go get a new outfit. Everywhere that I went, I was like, I just don't see nothing that I like. So glad that I did not spend that money on a new outfit. Fine. So the day of the music video, I am ready, like getting ready. Jamaica comes over. Her husband is here. They're like helping out. I buy food. I'm inviting my friends over. Like I wanted everybody to be a part of this big, huge experience for me. My cousins were going to come from out of town. Like that's how big this was for me. Because I am so excited about season 3. I'm just excited about what's happening in the world of podcasting for me and for other people that are connected to me in this season. Like I just know for a fact that it is about to blow up. Okay. That's I'm just telling y'all. So remember this episode. So day of, person is supposed to be here at, I don't know, let's just say 3:00 because I cannot remember the time right now. So we're getting set up. Everything's ready. I'm kind of sitting around because I'm like, I don't want to move too much and mess my hair up. I don't want to move too much and like my makeup start to sweat through, although my makeup artist does an excellent job, but it's only going to hold for so long, right? Like you can't be moving around sweating and all of that. So person shows up 2.5 hours late to the photo shoot or to the video shoot. So I'm already a little, feeling a little type of way because why are you 2.5 hours late without any communication? Like, we got to stop doing that. So no communication. Long story short, we do the shoot. They first of all, they take forever to set up their cameras and all of this stuff. And they had a decent amount of equipment, but like, you're the professional. You're already 2.5 hours late. To me, you should be coming through the door running. Like you should be running in the door. Very apologetic. Hell, you should actually have a black eye and have your hospital band on Because for what other reason would you be 2.5 hours late unless you were in the ER? Like, show me the ticket from you getting pulled over and having to do a breathalyzer. Like, I need to know what the reason is. So 2.5 hours late. And at one point during the shoot, their energy was so low, person's energy was so low that I said to them, like, are you okay? And they said, yeah, I'm just tired. And my response was, well, you knew you had something to do today. So you being tired, not to be a bitch, but like, you being tired isn't my problem when you knew you had something to do today. Were you napping? Is that why you were 2.5 hours late? Because if you were napping and 2.5 hours late, then you shouldn't be tired. Like, make it make sense. So long story short, we record the whole thing. My friend does a beautiful speech at the end that we thought was recorded, was not. Just a mess from start to finish. Okay. But I'm like, okay, this is a professional, right? Like, it doesn't look like perhaps they got everything or that things are going to work out, but that's how showbiz goes. Sometimes when I record podcast episodes, I feel like I just be talking. And then when I go back and watch it or I pull the clips, I'll be like, okay, cool. I got it. So that was May 25th. The goal was to have everything done so that I could start season 3, because I've already recorded a couple of episodes. So I could start season 3 before I had surgery, June 24th, which is 29 full calendar days later is when I had surgery. It was promised, yeah, I got it. I'm going to do this. I got this. I got that. I got this. I got that. All of this stuff. We had 2 meetings after May 25th. There were conversations had outside of me, which was fine. Things were supposed to be rolling. I go, lay on the table, get up, in the hospital. I'm doing still no music video. And the conversation, the conversation had just like fizzled. Like, there was no talking happening. So I'm thinking when I'm hospitalized, like you in the lab, And so I would occasionally get like clips from the music video. And the clips were trash. They didn't look good. Nothing about them like looked good. So to me, if you're going to send somebody a clip, you're going to send like, here's a nice, clean, edited version just to give you a glimpse. Like, wet my palate a little bit. Give me a little appetizer. That's what I'm thinking I'm getting. No, was not. So long story short, about a week ago, I just decided, because I was constantly getting the runaround with this person. And I just decided, like, you know what? I'm done. Send me my footage. I highly doubt that there's anything that I could do with this footage, but just send it to me and let's just be done. And I was really disappointed because person is a Black-owned business. And person has this thing, we got to support Black-owned business. We got to support Black-owned business. And I'm all for supporting Black-owned business. I genuinely am. But Black-owned business got to hold up their end of the bargain. And that's just that on that. Like, we cannot keep screaming, support all Black businesses, and we're getting bullshit in return. Or we're getting nothing at all. And I'm not saying that that's the vast majority, and I'm not saying that that doesn't happen with businesses of other cultures and creeds. But what I am saying is, I'm highly disappointed in the effort to support a Black business and then not only not get a portion of my product, but what I was promised, I didn't get it. I didn't even get anything close to it at all whatsoever. And so this idea of people like over promising and under delivering is something that we just gotta stop. And I think I see it in like relationships. I see it in the workplace. I see it in so many different places. We have to become comfortable with saying no. We have to become comfortable with saying, actually, right now, I don't have capacity. Because I can respect a person more who says to me, Rhonda, I don't have capacity to do what you need me to do. Here's what I can do, or there's absolutely nothing I can do. Please tell me that. I'd rather you tell me that because then I can pray for you. I can see if there's anything, perhaps there's something that I can do to assist you. But we have to get away from running ourselves into the ground and then doing half-ass work. We can't do that. If somebody wants me to be a guest on their podcast, let's just say hypothetically, and being a guest on their podcast means that I have to travel 2 hours from my home and it's raining, it's storming, right? Hopefully not the day of. I'm canceling on this person. But if I can't do it or it's too much or I don't have capacity to drive 2 hours because I just recently had surgery, I'm going to say that. Because I don't want to get to a person's house and now I'm tired, I'm annoyed, I'm wet, I'm sick because of all that I went through to get there, when in actuality, I did not have capacity to do it in the first place. And I don't know if it's just a woman thing or a man thing or black, white, whatever. But like we have to get to a place to where we stop over promising and under delivering because the product is always half-ass and people just don't deserve that. They just genuinely don't deserve that. I was really excited to have a music video to start season 3. But again, I'm learning in this season that sometimes I just got to start. Sometimes I just gotta start. I just gotta do it. Like I have the mic, I have the laptop, I have everything that I need. Everything that I need is in the house. And I'm gonna keep saying that. Everything that I need is in the house. Now, everything that I want needs to come by way of a brand deal so I can take my friends to Cabo. I haven't forgotten. I have not forgotten. What I want is to be on some popular stages. What I want is to start my own talk show. What I want is to come for sure. But what I need, I already have. And I'm so blessed and grateful to say that. And while I am very disappointed about that music video, I know for a fact that God don't make no mistakes. And I know for a fact that there was a lesson in that for me. And that lesson was sometimes you got to do it on your own because everything that you need is in the house. And so I want to say to you and the people who are watching this may have sounded like a rant to you, right? And maybe it was. This may have sounded like, oh, Rhonda's just Rhonda on the rant, Rhonda on the rampage. It may have sounded like that to you. That's fine. But the purpose of me even getting on live is because somebody overpromised me today and didn't deliver at all. They didn't even under-deliver. They didn't deliver at all. And I had to tell myself that, you know what? You said you was doing a podcast today. So whether you got a guest or not, turn the camera on. Turn the mic on. You're doing a podcast today. You're going to do a podcast today. I had no idea what I was going to talk about. Genuinely. I was looking through my computer like, do I have some screenshots of something that I took along the way? Couldn't find nothing. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to talk about what I got going on. And it is what it is. And I'm grateful. Y'all know I always have to do gratitude, but I'm grateful for the people who just show up and support me even in this season. But like I said, everything that I need is in the house. And I want to encourage you. If you have some dreams, you got something that you got going on, don't wait on nobody. Because God didn't give everybody your dream. God didn't give everybody your desire. God did not give everybody your skill set. He gave it to you. So if he gave it to you, everything you need is in the house. Can y'all see me? Here. Everything you need is in the house, baby. So stop waiting. We got a little under 6 months left in this year. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with what you got in the house? What you gonna do with that gift? What are you gonna do with that talent? You wanna start a podcast? Start it. You wanna start some type of business? Start it. You wanna join a community choir? Join it. You wanna get a pet? Get a pet. You want to start dating again? Don't. Don't do it. You want a man? No. You want a woman? No. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. No, I'm just kidding. But whatever it is that you desire to do, whatever it is that's in the back of your mind, and you're like, I could probably do this. I could probably do that. Just do it. Just do it. I was listening to the Grits and Eggs podcast today. Y'all know I'm a huge Kev on Stage fan, and he was on the episode. I haven't listened to this podcast before. My friend D put me on, but I hadn't had an opportunity to listen to any of his episodes, but I did listen to the one with Kev on Stage. And I've heard Kev on Stage's story a bunch of times, but it's interesting hearing it when he tells it in different spaces. But that man is 42 years old. Kev on Stage is 42 years old. And he's been doing what he's doing now for at least the last 20 years. From Playmakers to All Deaf to what he's doing now to just his brand. And he talked about how content creating is a family business now. Like his kids content create. His sister-in-law, his wife's sister content creates. His wife is a content creator. Like it is a family business now. And I just think that is such a beautiful thing. Like I don't think people in my age group, and I'll speak for myself, we don't really think about like what our legacy is and what's going to happen after. When I leave this earth and go home to be with him, who's going to follow in my footsteps? Who have I inspired? Who have I encouraged to do what I'm doing? Because I personally think that what I'm doing is needed in this world. So he has created space for his family to do what he's doing. Even his in-laws, his nieces and nephews, like he talked about all of that. Like his nieces tell him like, I want to make videos like you. It's a family business. They did a commercial for Spectrum, which is like Xfinity on the West Coast. It's like cable internet, all of that stuff on the West Coast. Even his dog, his family dog, Monty, was in that commercial. Now you tell me that's not a family business. Because baby, I would love to get power on the Rhocks. Okay? Power on the something. Power in the something. Okay? Everybody around here got to make money. Everybody, because if you want to eat, you got to make some money. Everybody, and as for me and my house, we gonna make money. But I just loved that concept. So it made me question, like, how am I creating space for other Black women to have a voice? How am I creating space for other Black women to say, you know what? I see you being authentically yourself on your podcast. I want to do that too. If somebody came to me and said that right now, I'd be like, that's great. I think you should. But do I have the tools? Like, what do I have to create space for that? And I genuinely want to do that. I want to be able to create space for other women who have decided, who have took the vow and said, you know what? I'm going to be me unapologetically. I don't care who listens. I don't care who likes it. I'm going to be me unapologetically because I'm telling you, it's the best feeling in the world. It's the best feeling in the world. So that is my project, I should say. I need to figure out how to create space for other women. And I don't feel like it's locally, right? I always feel like it's not the people who are closest to you, but it's the people that you don't know. It's the strangers, right? So how am I creating space to some woman who scrolls across this video while she's scrolling through YouTube or scrolling through Instagram or scrolling through Facebook and sees this clip? How am I creating space? What does that space look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? I don't know. But I want to encourage you to create space. There is somebody in this world that you do not know who is looking at you and saying, I love what you are doing. I want to do that. And I know it's hard for you to believe, I know it's hard for you to believe. Like, ain't nobody thinking about me. I often feel that way every day almost. I often feel like ain't nobody checking for me. Like my same people. I know that Jasmine loves me. I know Felicia loves me. I know Benita loves me. I know Dee loves me. Chelsea loves me. Like I know all of these people are rocking with me. But sometimes I wonder, like, who out there in the world is listening? And every time I feel like that, I get some type of confirmation that somebody is listening, somebody is watching, and somebody is waiting for their opportunity and waiting for you to create space and to show them and to bring them in so that they can do what you're doing. And the legacy of Black women in podcasting, the legacy of Black women having a voice, the legacy of Black women being unapologetically themselves, the legacy of Black women turning their trauma into testimony can live on. Because that's what I want. I ain't leaving here no time soon, baby. This is my seat. I will be right here for very, very long time. Very, very long time. I'll be here forever. But in the meantime, between time, what am I doing? How am I creating space? How am I creating space? Donita, how you creating space for Black girls who want to do hair and do it well and earn well? Yeah. How are you creating space? Julia, how you creating space? What are you doing? And I'm not saying you're not doing nothing. I just want to know what it is. Something to think about. Something to think about. So, anyway, I don't know how all of this came out of me because this was not the direction that I was trying to go today. But I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I just sat in this chair and recorded a podcast episode despite what I experienced before I turned this camera on. So, thank you to everyone who joined me today. Please continue to follow me. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube, please subscribe to YouTube, Rhonda on the Rocks. I am Rhonda on the Rocks on YouTube. I'm Rhonda on the Rocks on Facebook. I'm Rhonda on the Rocks on Instagram. And I'm also Rhonda Reimagined on Instagram. So if you are interested in following my weight loss journey, then follow me at Rhonda Reimagined on Instagram. I share like what I've eaten for the day. Sometimes I have like random epiphanies. Like if that happens, I'll share it on there. Okay, come on, Julia. Get back to writing. Get back to writing. Danita, I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm just saying. How are you making space? How are you creating space? Yes, like I said, if you're interested in following my weight loss journey at all, no pressure. I mean, it's just me being incredibly vulnerable about just my weight. Like I post me getting on the scale, I do all of the things. So, or if you know someone who is considering weight loss surgery or has had weight loss surgery and they're interested in follow me at Rhonda Reimagined. I'm also on TikTok at Rhonda on the Rocks. Yeah, if y'all know some people who want to be podcast guests who have like really good stories that they want to share, or they just certified yappers like me and they're fun and engaging and exciting, send them my way. My email is otrontheRocks with Rhonda pod at gmail.com. I love y'all. Have the best weekend ever. Do something that makes you happy, and remember to make room. And also remember that everything you need is in the house. I love y'all. Bye.